Is it possible to stake Pulsechain, Pulsex? Yeah, Pulsex has Pulsex. It's not the same staking as Hex, meaning like Pulsex, basically you're not getting rewarded in kind for staking. So you basically lock it up. I don't think there's even a time lock, so people could sell whenever they want, and you get a new token, like people call it INC. It's basically it's a token that just inflates to reward you. So it's not gonna be in kind. So I compare it to basically so people want to know how the rewards token is going to be for what it's going to be like, the rewards token for Pulsex. And I compare it to VeChain. I used to own VeChain. VeChain is a different crypto that basically the way it works is you put VeChain in your wallet and you get rewarded this other token called VTHOR, ticker's VTHO, and it basically inflates to give you money for gas. So it's basically sort of the same thing. You hold it in your wallet, there's no time lock, but it's just in there. You get, I think it's gonna be a little bit whatever. You get basically rewarded every couple seconds, a small amount of VTHO, and that token never performs as well as VeChain because people would rather own the token that gets them rewards. So it's like kind of like, would you rather own milk or would you rather own a cow, which you could extract milk from? You'd rather own a cow, and then what you do with then you'd milk it, you get the milk, you'd sell it, and then you buy another cow, and now you're getting twice as much milk. It's kind of like sort of, that's a good way to explain it. So basically you're going to lock up your Pulsex in the smart contract. You're going to be rewarded this inflationary token, which you could sell and sell for Pulsex and then earn more of this inflationary token. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see the price performance of the inflationary token. But we'll see how that works. But yes, you can stake it like that. So it's not time locking. It's not, the game theory is definitely not as good because people could always sell it. In that sense, people argue that Pulsex has better game theory than Hex because there's a buy and burn. I don't agree. I think it's better when people have an incentive not to sell. But that's a different story. But yes, there is staking for Pulsex. Pulsechain, they're also staking, but the APY is going to be very low. So that basically works. It's proof of stake network. So there are these nodes. They store the blockchain. They validate. They execute the smart contracts, things like that. So the people that you basically, it's very complicated, but the way it works is you're rewarded. Your node is rewarded based on how much of the token it has. That's how frequently you get to validate the blocks. So you could delegate your Pulsechain without giving your keys up, I think, to a node, and you could earn a little bit of interest, but it's very, very low. It's very, very low. But Hex is really Hex is the really where the staking is. That's like the best staking. I'm going to buy Hex soon because I will get a copy on PHEX, but should I stake my EHEX or move my EHEX over to PHEX and stake everything on Pulse? Thanks. Very good question. Very good question. I don't know why you're waiting when the price is down 95%, but this is not financial advice, and do your own research. I personally am I believe in the dollar cost averaging. So I mean, it really comes down to, do you believe Ethereum is going to first of all, when you stake on Ethereum, you earn interest, right? So you earn yield, 38% APY on average. So between now and since Hex monetizes the time value of money, right? So between now and when Pulsechain launches, you could have, depending on how long it takes, let's say it takes another year, which I don't think it will, but you could have another 38% more Hex on your Hex, and all of that's copied over onto Pulsechain. If you wait, then it's sort of like an impermanent loss kind of thing. You don't have what you would have had you staked. So you're really missing out on that. Like, for example, people thought they'd wait back in May, and if they haven't staked until now, they lost a lot of Hex that they could have had they been staked. So that's one reason to stake. Another thing you have to really ask yourself is, do you think Ethereum is going to solve the gas fees? That's really when people say, does EHEX have a future? essentially it comes down to, do you believe Ethereum is going to make it? And I think it will. I think it will. I think they have a roadmap. They've showed they're very serious about it, right? They've changed from proof of work to proof of stake. I think part of it is because Pulsechain really lit a fire under them, and they have what is known as sharding, which is supposed to be able to lower the gas fees. So I think they are going to improve the gas fees. I think they have a lot of activity. There's a lot of development. It's the most happening chain. Uh, in the short term, at least, it is not going to be as good as Pulsechain, in my opinion. But I do think in 5-10 years, Ethereum might even be better than Pulsechain. We don't know. So I mean, I think Ethereum's going to do well. I think Ethereum's the safest bet in crypto, in my opinion. That's not financial advice. So I stake on ETH. But that's up to you. I mean, you really got to figure that out for yourself. This is not financial advice. Do your own research. But I'm a fan of staking on Ethereum. I like Ethereum. I like Pulsechain better. We'll see what happens. Bytez. You can't stake your EHEX on Pulse. Yeah, that's what he was saying. I think you. I think okay. I don't know. That's how I understood it. But I think yeah, you could bridge it and then trade it. That's something you could think of. Who knows?